So, alright, I'm really trying hard not to die here, as I am still sick, but stuff keeps coming out, and I'm like, well, if I don't do it, someone else will do it. So here we are for the top 16 of the Pro Play Tour in Atlantic City. As you can see here, this is the rankings and the top 16 as far as, well, the top 32, I do believe, and as well as beyond, as we have a lot of names here. A lot of notable names, but focusing on the top 16 decks and as well as the people that ran them. Some notable people with Ryan and Eric Goodwin, who was supposed to be in our Untapped journey, but I think he was actually at the ARG event and as well as this event, so that didn't really work out. But we do have other people like Eric Hill and Jonathan Rodriguez, Eon Hill, which is very appropriate for them to be very close to each other, being twins and all. Justin Rios, who was on stream a couple times, and plenty of regionals beforehand. Marcel Russell from PPG, of course. Plenty of people PPG in the top 16 as well. Chris Sock, Scott Dashy, Timothy Palacios. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I know he does play Pan, so it's almost like saying Pan. Pity Katani, Joey from Crossworld TCG, shout out to him, great job on the showing. Denny Wynn, Jordan Michael, the previous Nationals man, and then a lot of other people I don't know, excluding Anthony Hernandez, who was actually playing Blue Red Hurrigan, I want to say. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of other people who are participating, regardless of like Untapped, like if I played you on Untapped or whatever. Let me know. Let me know if you actually played in AC, and how did you do? What did you play? How was the experience, etc, etc. Anyway, before we get into the decks, here's a quick roundup for the top 16. We had 5 OG Shenron. I want to say OG because we do have like 3 Shenrons now, with Purunga being out from Clash of Fates, with no one was running, of course. And 3 of those 5 were in top 8. We had 4 JANEMBA, with 2 of them in top 8. 2 Red Frieza, yes, the new Clash of Fates Red Frieza, with both of them in top 8. 2 Huragan Storm, which one of them was in top 8, and then 1 Blue Red Huragan, as from what I can see anyway, so 3 Huragan in general. And then 1 Gogeta Storm was a pretty good call, by the way, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And then 1 Broly, the new promo pack Broly, which had basically Storm in it, as in Bardock Goten and as well as the Bardock Ape. So let's get on to the decks. This is going to be a little bit different. So let's get on to the decks. This is going to be a little bit different simply because this is on the PPG Pro Play Tour Facebook group. If you aren't in that one, please go join that one. This is where I get it, or this is where I got it from anyway. I was going to upload all of the ones separately, but I do want to, you know, drive some traffic to them and you know, just you know, give us some, give them the right, give you guys the right routing to them. Anyway, if I was going to play in a best of 3 event right now and I had access to the feature rares, I would play JANEMBA. I really like GT Broly, but I think he's really suited for a best of 1 event. And if the meta stays where it is by the time it is in February, I would highly recommend to play JANEMBA if you have the things that we're going to be going through right now for a best of 3, and then for best of 1, take something like Broly GT or something like Shenron. Anyway, so this was Ryan. It's his last name I can't really say. A lot of typical stuff, but a lot of new stuff as well. So we had 4 of the feature rare Goku that prevents 2 or less to attack, so that's really good, really vital. We have the 4 Borgos, which, you know, with those 2 in tandem to each other is definitely the Storm Hate, and JANEMBA is going to be the best person or best leader to actually get that, or to be effective as, in my opinion. We have 3 Yajirobe, which is a good Tekken, and everything else was pretty standard, as in like 3 the Childish Heart JANEMBA, the 4 super combos, 4 Cell, 4 Unbreakable, etc, etc, 4 Demon Sword JANEMBA, and as well as the Reality, which is being 2, which I guess the removal is a lot more important than just the Reality Bender, so I can see that. Plus they both cycle, so no big deal. Then 1 Kami, so that's cool. 3 Mafuba, 4 Sensu, and 4 Dimension Magic. The Mafuba probably is incredibly annoying, I'd imagine, especially going against Shenron variants. In the side we have 3 Raging Spirit Gohan, most likely for an extra attacker and removal. Always was in between for that card, but I can see why anybody would play it. An extra Yajirobe, extra Mafuba, 2 Konoha only. Interesting, with a Broly running around. 2 Whiska Horshin, I can see that. 2 Pilaf, not in the main board, I can see that. 2 Haru. So good for any of the yellow and green leaders. Probably the green leaders are probably going to be more affected due to cold bloodless. And 2 Dende. Pretty cool, pretty standard, solid list. Nothing out of the ordinary. and it's probably going to be down to the player. And against all of the Shenron that he faced, I'd imagine he probably did really well against those. And then we have Eric Goodwin, Sudamun, get kissed. I don't like that meme. I just don't. This one's a little bit different as he has 2 Champa. I think that's 3 Janemba, and then the Janemba chain, 4 Demon Sword, North Kai for the 4 or less. Interesting. Okay. Of course, we have the Unbreakables, the Cells, a Borgos, 2 Kami in the main board, 2 in the two Dende in the main board, 2 Supreme Kai Light Sky to boost. Okay. 2 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. I can see that. I like it in the main board, especially against the mirrors. So that way you can get more Janembas out on the same turn. 2 Seno Button. I love it. 2 Mafuba. Okay, cool. I love the Seno Button. I love all this. And 3 Future Red Gokus inside. Interesting. 2 Mighty Skilly Zone. I'm liking that. 3 Konoha. He was very prepared for the yellow. Then we have At All Cost Vegeta to round out the side. Cool. I like the tech choices. Really the biggest thing is the things that are in the main instead of the side compared to other Janemba lists. It just comes down to a medical. Then we have Dragon Ball. This one looks like Shenron Boo. Yeah, it definitely looks like Shenron Boo. With the swap engine, a very popular deck. I think this version got top in Nats, I do believe. My version doesn't have swap, but it's still really good with or without. Does have the Dragon Seeker Sorbet. That's interesting. God of Zorba, the 5-drop, the other target for that. Okay. Personal Ambition. Okay. Only 3 Child's Wish. Okay, interesting. And of course 4 of the engine. So, okay. All right. Very focused on ending the game very quickly. The only issue with the Shenron Boos is that if they do fail, which a lot of the time they don't, especially when you're running 3 Bad Ring. There's no like after game plan, you know, there's nothing that you can really do after that. The sideboard looks pretty good. 3 Konoha, that's one huge thing that you have to watch out for. There's no minus Killy zone, so if this man gets crushed on the 7-drop and then or he gets bad ringed, whatever it may be, or not bad ringed but cold bloodlusted, that might be kind of a concern, but it doesn't look like he had too much of an issue with that. And then 3 Borgos, cool, and then 3 striving to be the best. Vegeta, interesting. Okay, he has a Child's Wish target, so technically if something is in arrest mode that has barrier, you can just Child's Wish and then kill it. But the Goku might have a little bit of more effect, just making sure not to have anything attack him so much early on. And then 4 of the Barrier Boo, cool. Probably helps with Shigesh anyway. Here is another what should we call it, Shenron Gogeta deck. Look at this. That is the secret in the deck, folks. I don't know how he gets it out, simply because, like, other than objectioning into all the way up into that that energy cost, that's really the only thing I can really think of. But cool tech, nonetheless. Everything else looks pretty standard. Dragon Fist, I don't know. I mean, it's a very late game because this is like super ramp, if anything. I guess it's just so you can ramp super quickly with Whis and as well as Objection, and then get to the secret rare and as well as Hero Revived in order to end the game with a quadruple striker or a triple striker and Gogeta. So cool. All right then. 4 Whis, interesting. Okay. 4 Crisis Crusher, definitely going for the control / slow play type of thing going on here. And on the side, the Goku feature rare Konoha Dragon Radar, not in the main. Oh wow, okay. A Super 17, probably another world peace target for early game or earlier game. Dende for the mirror match or something of that sort. Newfound Paronga. More and more people playing that card, which is great. King Yema and then Mafuba. Okay, now here's Andrew with the Frieza leader from Clash of Fates. Definitely something I want to see, but I will say when it kind of plays it out itself or builds itself, because it has the swap engine, it has the body chains getting you the Jace. Doesn't look like he is playing any. He doesn't have the spaceship, but he does have the secret rare in there. 4 Unbreakable Zarbon is really good. I think he does not have any of the. He doesn't have not Zarbon, but Dodoria, so that's interesting. Zarbon's really good for removal, especially since you can KO it, give it 5k for the duration of turn and next, and then KO something on their side, 15 or less. Dende in the main at 4. Wow. Okay, but not Kami. Interesting. Supreme kind of time. That makes sense. 25k attacker right then and there. A Scientist Fu. Interesting. And then the Sensu and Whis, the blue red. Okay, cool. Final Showdown Frieza probably did really well against Shenron variants, and I'm glad to see that. The Master's Roshi, interesting pick. Someone has to explain that one to me. Cold Bloodless, okay. Oh, this is just the yellow engine, I'm guessing. He was just replaces Sensu and Whis for the yellow engine. Okay, cool. And then 3 Cronoa and then 4 other feature rare. Pretty well made deck, I do say so myself. Eric Kill with the Hirudegan Storm. Not much to say about this. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but it does look like Storm. Like, you see the Dependable, you see the Bardock, you see the Goten, you see the Mira, the burst attack, burst energy for the feature rare Goku. Frieza in the main for the feature rare Goku. Adopted Father, 2 the Isekai, 3 Crisis Crusher, which is hilarious to see in the Storm deck. 2 Battering in the main, Successor, Sensu, and Planet Vegeta. Cool. 2 Flying Nimbus, a lot of 2s here. Will of Iron, Haru, Awe-inspiring Vegito. Cool, okay. Vegeta's striving to be the best, interesting. And then 2 Gane. Alright, and then we got another Frieza. I think they're playing the same exact deck, so no need to look at this one. Except for, yeah, no need to look at this one. Eon Heal, they might be oh, this one is the Shenron Gogeta, right? So 4 Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku, I think this is the vanilla. 2 Crisis Crusher, okay, 2 Dende, 2 Borgos, I would think that would be 3. 3 Hero Revived, the secret rare for Demigra. 4 At All Costs, whew, okay, that's definitely the target to go for. 3 Shenron, 3 Objection, okay, 2 Crusher. 2 Bradring, 3 Flying Nimbus, 2 Radar, and 5 Dragon Ball with 2 1-stars. Okay, early on hand control and then controlling the rest of the way there until Gogeta, Vegeta, or the Demigra. Okay, and this man is wild because he has one-ofs of everything. I am not even gonna go through this because it looks like he's like, I want to have everything, so now I have everything. And I mean, the Shenron leader does draw quite a lot, so I am not at all mad about that. And the 4 Sensus, look at that. This one looks like Hirudegan Storm by Sawyer. I don't think there's too many differences from the last. It's just the main board. Frieza, 2 or 3 of the Vegeta striving to be the best, which kind of correlates with each other. And then some sideboard like the Cronoa, Shrouded in Mystery. Wow. Okay, in a Storm deck. Okay, that's cool. Sun Goten makes sense for Burgos. 3 Fighting Nimbus, 1 Battering Laser. Looks like he mainboards 2 Champa. I don't know if he actually mainboards 2 of the Champa in this. Oh, he does. Okay, cool. Interesting that he has 2 more in here. As you can see from the results, doesn't look like Storm's really going away. So there you go. Blue Red Hirudegan looks like from Anthony. And then we have a 3 Saiyan Kaba, 3 of the Digging Deep, 2 Legic. Looks pretty standard actually. 4 Hidden Waking Emosha. Wow, okay. The maximum deck thinning, I'd say. 3 of the Intensifying Power Trunks. RIP to the Unyielding. You gotta draw the Mafuba. There's only 1 of them though. The Banned Legendary Flute. You're not wrong. 3 M2. Very good for the Crisis Crusher. Good call there. 4 of the E Supreme Kai. Oh wow. Really looking forward to kill him. No Zeno, by the way. So he is just going at it. 1 Burst Tech Son Gohan, 2 Pilaf, 2 Cronoa, 1 Kaba for seeing hit. Mafuba! Mass Saiyan, Dende, Kami, and Dark Power. Cool. No complaints there. This one is the Gogeta Storm. So the reason why I said this is a good meta call is that, yeah, these guys, or the Gogeta promo leader, where you attack and draw 1 from your life and draw 1 from your deck. And the other side is that you take a life and crit it, I think, and then it negates everything on the board. That negates everything as far as the striving to be the best Goku and Borgos. So your kill turn, you can go ahead and crit yourself and then go for game right after that. So I think that's pretty cool as far as a meta call, and I have no queries about that. And the deck itself looks pretty standard. 4 of the Raging Spirit Gohan. I think this he actually works a lot better in this deck than it does in like Hirudegan or something else of that nature. That's just me though. And then Grade 8 Prince Vegeta. What are you doing in there? Okay. And 2 March of the Great Apes. Okay. Wow, look at, just put in the Great Ape engine. Okay. How nice. He does have the 2 Planet Vegetas and no more in the sideboard, so alright. Cool. This one's the yellow Broly with a Storm engine with 4 Master Roshi Forged of Will, and then 2 Power Charge, Bardock, Pure Hearted, Son Goku, no Shigesh, surprisingly. Everybody has Chronoa in their sideboard, but not in the main, just to keep that out there. 4 Cold Bloodlust, 4 Successor, 3 Planet Vegeta. A lot of targets to get that for both of those cards. Just classic Storm in blue. 3 Dende, 3 Chronoa, 3 Flying Nimbus, 1 Mira, 2 Battering, 3 Haru. Cool. Then we got Marcel with the Gogeta Shenron. We got 4 Burgos, 4 Son Goku, 4 of the super combos, 3 Hero Revived, 2 Newfound Purunga. Awesome to see that in there. 3 Shenron Figure of Majesty, 3 the 5-drop Gogeta, 7 Dragon Balls, 3 Whis, 3 Dragon Radar, 4 Objection, 3 War Piece, 3 Sensu. Okay. Interesting that he didn't go 4 Sensu and 3 Objection, but hey, that's his call. He's there, I'm not. 3 Dende, Chronoa, Pilaf, Goku, and Haru. Very consistent, I would say. He's a very much of a 3 and 4 man. Look at that, getting kissed again with the JANEMBA. I think this is literally the same deck as Eric Goodwin's. So, it might be actually different. I don't even know what this one is. I can't read that handwriting. But that's 4 Borgos, 2 Reality. Yeah, it kind of looks like the same deck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same deck. Alright, and then another JANEMBA. So this one has 2 of the Unyielding, 2 Kami. I like that. 3 Demon Sword, 2 of the Striving the Best. You need it at 4 if you're going to be playing in the main. 4 Master Roshi, Boy You Wild. 4 Reality Bender, JANEMBA. 2 Unbreakable, Boy You Wild. 4 Cell, 3 Psyche Demon. 4 Sensu, 4 Crusher Ball. That's probably what he's doing there. So you can Crusher Ball everything that comes out and then attack it with Leader, but I think the better way is just to counter and delay as much as possible using blue. And then 1-ofs all over the place to add in to his 4s. 2 Unbreakable on the side. Just play in the main, man. That's all I can say. 2 Dark Power. I'm surprised that I don't see that in more sideboards, or at least more consistently in the sideboards. Here's another Gogeta Shenron. Kind of saw all of the variants just kind of doing the same thing. Everybody's doing the same thing when it comes to this. This one has Preface, so that's cool. And then 4 Sneak Attack, going for the 15s instead of the 20s. Kind of more useful there. 1 Child's Wish, 4 Objection, 3 World Peace. Cool. An extra Hero Vibe instead of 2. I think 3 is a good number for Gogeta Shenron. And then 3 at all costs, and a bunch of other answer cards. Cool. And then we're back to the number 1 spot. So that is it, guys. That is the top 16. I think I talked quite enough, and I need to stop talking before I keel over. So let me know and do the talking in the comments, and let me know what you think about the top 16 and how this turned out. We had 200 and something players for this tournament, and hopefully ARG next month in Vegas is going to be doing the same way. And I think Atlanta is going to be the same weekend as far as that goes. 2 completely different sides of the coast. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a big deal as far as the conflict between 2. This is going to be very interesting to see what the new February promos are going to be doing to shake things up, and what the meta looks like as well after the ban list. So we're going to see 3 different metas. This one, the ban list one with the February promos, and then March with all the set 6 stuff. So that's going to be interesting. I don't even know what to expect then with all the new bullshit that came out. But definitely like, dislike, comment. Like I said, subscribe if you are new. Join the Discord in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Later.